So the name of this level is Underground Cavern. The focus of this level is timing as well as spacing. So that first portion that you just saw me go through this tutorial gives you a basic run through of timing. You want to make sure that you're waiting for these pillars to come down before you're jumping over. And then, as you saw, the enemy requires you to wait a little bit before you can attack him effectively. Because otherwise he just runs right at you and there's a good chance you'll take some damage. So I actually chose the fire sword, as you can see, for this level rather than the Mega Buster. Controlling the pacing of the game with the fire sword is a lot easier than the Mega Buster. The Mega Buster, the player can fire off as much as they want to, as often as they want to, and it covers a lot greater distance. Whereas the fire sword, it's a single attack, there is no combo, there is no really spamming of it, and it requires you to get close to the enemy. But at the same time, if you get too close to the enemy, you still end up taking damage. You have to find the perfect distance between you and the enemy. So the next enemy that I chose for this guy, they fire off crystals, and then they're invulnerable for a period before they fire off the crystal, and for a period after. So you really have to make sure you're close enough to them that you can attack them as soon as they fire off the crystal, but still dodge it. So it's a matter of getting your spacing correct, your distancing. One of the next major concepts that I wanted to make sure the player understood in this was jump attacking. So the jump attack in this, for the boss that I chose, the Crystal Man, is 100% necessary. The only way you really are able to get damage in on him is by jump attacking. He's not on the ground for very long, so as you can see, when you run into these guys, immediately after you start running into the walls that you need to jump attack, you need to dodge and attack the walls while still being able to move forward. And that's necessary for the boss. So this right here is actually the last checkpoint before the boss. The level is a little bit shorter, it's not super extensive, but it's a little more difficult. I ran through several times trying out different things in order to figure out what I felt was the perfect difficulty. I think this is it. It's definitely doable. It's a little, it gets you a little riled up, but in the good way, you know, it kind of inspires you to finish it off, because you know it's easy to be done. It's dangling the prize right in front of you, but still keeping it away from you enough that you want to finish it off. So this right here is the last enemy before the boss. He definitely drills in the jump attacking. If you don't know how to jump attack by this point, you're going to have a hard time with this boss. And before the boss starts off, I did give the player a little bit of health because of the distance from the checkpoint. But I did want to keep the checkpoint a little distance from the player, as it does require them to really move cautiously before they get to the boss, and not be able to just kind of gung-ho right into the boss room every time. So as you can see, like I said, the jump attack is 100% necessary to fight this boss. You're not going to be able to beat him without jumping attack. So the boss, actually, I ran through a few trial runs to see what would work best. I wanted to see how it felt to fight him with no weaknesses. So originally I had him set up to take basically just base level damage, so you do 1 damage per swing, and he has way too much health for that. That's what I discovered. It made the boss fight take too long. It was almost irritatingly long. But I tried setting the fire sword up as his primary weakness, and it definitely made the boss battle way too easy. At that point, it was like 4 or 5 swings you hit him with, and he's pretty much dead. This really kind of tests your mastery of him, and definitely requires you to have a few run-throughs in order to make sure you get it correct. As you saw, I tested this level an immense amount, but it's still doable with it as a secondary weakness. As you see, he's taking a good amount of damage per hit. This will probably be my last run of the boss, but yeah, as you can see, it's just a matter of being patient, waiting for your opportunity to strike, and making sure that you're a good distance from him so that you're able to hit him safely. So once again, the name of the level was Underground Cavern. I made this using the Megaman Maker software. I really would recommend it. It's amazing for just testing level design, as well as if you just have an itch to scratch when it comes to the old nostalgia. I'm gonna give the boss one more try, actually. After that, I'm gonna call it. I think my biggest inspiration for this game is probably the Soulsborne series, as well as all the games that they inspired, like Hyper Light Drifter, so on and so forth. A lot of games have been really taking advantage of the difficulty with it, but I mean that goes far back. But I definitely wanted some level of difficulty. For example, keeping the checkpoint at distance from the next boss room. You still have to work your way towards it.